Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Now, welcome back to Lee Sin. We're doing a Climb to Master episode, and as you can see, we're doing a replay episode. And why am I on Lee Sin? I'm on the main account, and I'm jungling, and I will say this was the second game in a row that I picked jungle. Why? Is Huz jungle back? And the answer to that is maybe. The reason why, and I was thinking about it the other day, what am I struggling with in League at the moment when I'm playing top or mid? A lot of it is getting ganked. You know, you can hear me always complaining about it, and I'm sure a lot of people are aware of that. So I complain about getting ganked a lot, and I get very little jungle pressure. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. Talon, for some reason, is by himself, and randomly, the enemy team is up here. So just to point out, the way that the enemy team must have invaded, I actually do not know how. Unless they went up this way? They must have went up this way when these guys weren't around, because like that they must have been really quick. But anyway, Talon getting caught out. We get the first blood on the Xayah. Rengar and Kai'Sa over here. Rakan at the moment is AFK. We're just hovering a bit. I land my Q just to see where people are. Rakan now is around. I throw a ward over there just so we know who's around. Nautilus is in the game. Good knock up by the Rakan. That is then going to be the second blood. Another kill for Xayah. Then they're going to go for the Kai'Sa. Hit my Q, and there we go. Double kill. So that is a triple kill for Xayah, sorry. So you'd expect now, triple kill on her. She is basically really fed. This game is looking pretty good. Rakan may as well come help with me, because again, normally Lee Sin level 1, you take W, because it gives you, less health loss at level 1, and it gives you the most attack speed with your passive, so I didn't have that. But anyway, back to why am I jungling? The basic principle is I'm unhappy with how much I get ganked, and I also, for some reason, don't get helped by my junglers. Then I had the kind of, like, the Eureka genius thought, what if I was the jungler? Then I can't really get ganked, kinda, and I decide who gets the pressure. I'm the jungler. So if you like the idea of Huzzy back in the jungle, especially the Lee Sin, maybe even the Rengar, throw a like on the video and comment down below what champions you want to see. I will say the idea that I'm going to be doing for now. Meanwhile, by the way, Akali gets pressured under the tower, so I stopped doing the crab, and I'm going to head on over to try and help, just to, just get rid of some of the pressure if I can. I will say, I shouldn't have done that, though, because, I panicked, like, oh, she's dead, but she wasn't. She wasn't dead. So I stopped doing that, and then going to go back on the crab. Again, then also the bot lane. Again, she should have a huge advantage. Doing the crab, which is fairly slow. Rakan misses W, gets hooked, and then, they lost the level 2 advantage somehow. Going to continue with it, and then, unfortunately, from memory, Rengar appears. And I can't fight a Rengar, really, so I'm going to try and go for this crab, because it's pretty important that I get it. He then just kills it straight away. I have to flash, have to use that, and we're going to try and run away. I don't know why I walked back in. That was a mistake by me. Going to try and survive as much as we can. Nearly survive, then get Ignite, because he still had Ignite. Again, when I saw that play under the tower, I didn't actually think he'd have Ignite. But yeah, we die. Then randomly a Nautilus roam. He pops his flash. Talon will probably die any second. So Talon does die. But they should be really punishing the Kai'Sa, obviously, in bot lane. They get a flash. Unfortunately, that's about it. Top lane, Darius versus Jax. Again, obviously, this matchup is a skill matchup. But generally, a Jax will outscale a Darius if the Jax is good. And again, eventually, when Jax gets his Spear of Sojin, there's very little he can do. So, again, annoying play. Wasn't expecting even the Nautilus in mid lane. Going to go to the red buff. And again, there was a thought in my mind going, Rengar could be here. And any second, you'll see, spoilers, Rengar does come over. And at this point, by the way, there's basically nothing I can do. I can't get away from him. He has his leap, so even if I ran, he would have just leapt on me. So all I was trying there, if I'm honest, was try to kill the red, get the XP, and die again. So, my theory of, hey, I can go into the jungle, I can't get ganked, apparently I was wrong. I can get ganked, it's called Invading. So, again, this is perfectly what a Rengar should be doing. It's a Lee Sin. Lee Sin is at now a disadvantage. Punish the Lee Sin. And again, if I stem this all back to what happened, I'll be honest, it was my mistake. Where? Here. I was doing the crab. I panicked when I saw Akali on the minimap have to be under her tower, and Talon was like under her tower. Really good kill by Darius. So I was like, oh, I'm going to stop the crab to go help her. In the end, I didn't need to help her. If I killed that crab in time, there would be no Rengar and Talon killing me there. That would have made me okay with XP, and then I could have killed red quick enough that nothing would have happened. So it was my mistake of stopping when I did. So again, the video title is probably going to be called something, by the way, Don't Give Up on Lee Sin. Now, some people may be a bit confused by that title. Like, other than the obvious, a lot of people always seen Lee Sin as an early game champion. And, you know, admittingly, he is. You know, he's more early game than late game for sure. Anyway, Nautilus biting off a little bit more than he can chew, does get killed. And again, you'd expect the Xayah to win this lane from the start that she had. But yeah, so it's don't give up on Lee Sin, because sometimes the game doesn't really go to plan. That was a terrible Q. And, you know, you just got to keep on with it. And anyway, Akali's going to go for the Talon. She wards and just kills him without him doing any damage. So we get an assist. So again, keep trying. Don't give up, even if the game is going a little bit rough for you. Going potentially to look for a Kai'Sa, go to the Tribush. If I land the Q, there's a possibility. But again, we don't know where Rengar is. Missed the Q anyway because she's got the E-speed up. But I'm like, should I stay around? You know, it's kind of decision-making at this point. I throw a ward and boom, Nautilus shows up. Again, it's good to know where he is. Maybe we can get a tower plate. You know, that's kind of the thought process right now. Talon is also missing, so we have to be careful. So I think we will maybe just back off. I don't think anything's crazy is going to happen because we could just get in, like, you know, jumped on. Good dodge by the Rakan there. But yeah, so I would say this game becomes a little bit insane. So I would say bear with me and my, you know, icky Lee Sin plays in the early game. You guys will enjoy it the later the game goes on. We are going to speed it up because some people actually have mentioned to me, oh, Huz, why don't you just speed up games? You know, people actually have said to me in my commentaries, Huz, why don't you do editing and just kind of cut out any kind of, you know, more boring things? Anyway, level 6 happens. And again, this was a timed gank because both of them just hit level 6. So you know they're both going to want to fight. So if I just turn up, that's a free assist for me. Gonna then go on to the Wraiths and dun dun dun, any second. Wait for it. My phone just buzzed. And Rengar appears. So yet again, very little I can do. You know, this Rengar's whole game plan was just find Lee Sin, kill Lee Sin. Again, I probably blame myself for not thinking fully. In my only defense, I would say, obviously I'm just jungling, you know, now. From memory, before I played 2 games of Lee Sin in a row. Before that, I only had 1 game of jungle on the main account in solo queue. I had a few in flex queue and my friends, but 1 solo queue game where I played jungle this season, and I was playing Karthus because I got auto-filled. So I really haven't jungled in a long time, especially in a diamond game. So it's me kind of just probably like disrespecting the Rengar a bit too much and making just general mistakes. Anyway, the Rakan is near the pit. There is no way we're saving this guy. Like, it just doesn't exist. You know, got Rengar, got the leaps. Like, people may say, oh, why didn't I come over? There was just nothing I would have been able to do with that guy again. Then also they're pinging. Talon jumps over the wall now. Nautilus is there. So again, this is why I say you got to bear with me a bit, because holy moly, the enemy team is hungry for blood. You will notice their comp, by the way, is mainly 1 damage type. It's not fully. Also, again, the return of another gank yet again. Nautilus uses his flash. He's going to land his Q. And 3rd time in a row, they kill the Rakan, they kill the Lee Sin, and they kill the Xayah. So that wasn't great for us, to be honest. Again, maybe Akali moved a little bit too late, but it was mainly, it was 3 individual mistakes. 1, why was Rakan here by himself? Secondly, I should have noticed and thought that they were coming here, and then the same with Xayah. Anyway, play happening. Akali going to go for an execute. Does get the Rengar shut down, which is nice. I'm going to try and come and help, but there's very limited I can do. Rakan's positioning. Don't know what that was about. Again, I am closing into level 6, but I'm not quite there. I'm literally trying to get XP because I think I'm 1 jungle camp away from level 6. You can see how aggressive the enemy team is. If you're wondering why, there's such a thing as snowballing, right? We've spoken about it before, and snowballing and momentum, you can mix both of them together. Whoever is snowballing has the momentum, and you can basically just end the game. You know, I've lost games in 14 minutes, or even won games in 14 minutes, because you're like, oh my god, the enemy team just took the momentum, they just killed all of us all the time. What the hell do you do? Coming for a gank in the bot lane, seeing if I can do anything. Would have been nice if I would have got an assist there, but I got the XP for killing him, so that did get me to level 6. Kai'Sa's pretty low. Again, we don't have vision of the Talon, we don't have vision of the Rengar, so we've got to be a little bit careful, but 1 tower plate at least here will be nice. We also have Rakan coming, who should be nearing to level 6 himself. And again, Rakan's not bad against Talon or Rengar, because when they jump in, Rakan just presses R. He actually doesn't need to go anywhere. He just presses R, they jump on him, he taunts them, and then knocks them up after. So it's actually quite a nice counter. So instead of just going for 1 plate, we see Talon in the mid lane now. I think we just decide, let's go for First Blood Tower. Why not? Again, you'll notice my farm and stuff on Lee Sin's really low. It's mainly just been anytime you'd be noticing that, oh, I'm going to try and do some farm. Rengar's on me. Talon's on me. It's like, oh my god. It's been one of those games. A bit rough, but I wasn't expecting getting back into the jungle being a, completely clean experience. Anyway, fighting the bot lane. Going to try and come and help my team. Going to just try to get the W, get myself an assist, get the Q onto the Xayah. She's going to run away. Enemy Talon now roams. He gets the kill on the Xayah basically instantly. Enemy team turn it. We get 1, but they kill 3. Again, no roaming. Again, you will say, obviously, there is a difference with these champions, but the Akali very much is stationary. She is not looking to roam, much, but the Talon is all about roaming. And again, what we should be doing is respecting that. So again, it's, mainly our fault, probably, because, Talon's a roaming champion. Akali is a roaming champion, but she's just not roaming. We have to think that she's going to, he's going to roam, etc. You can see in top lane that, unfortunately, the tables are slowly starting to turn in the Jax's favour, which you've got to expect. That's just the way that matchup goes on average. It doesn't mean that Darius is just going to 100%, lose to a Jax in the late game. You can still do things, but on average, a Jax will outscale. Darius can win that matchup if he manages to get a bunch of auto attacks in, gets his passive up. Again, Talon, yet again, by the way, coming for me, is becoming a little bit boring at this point, going, any time that I'm in my jungle, I can't farm because Talon is going to be top, or at me. You can see how hungry they are for, to try and kill me. Fight happening. Talon goes for an ultimate. Akali nearly dying. Go for my Q. Land it on the Jax. Jax very close to dying. Darius flashes and uses his ultimate. Questionable. I don't think he needed to do it, because I don't think he could have got away per se. I'm looking for a little bit of Talon. Thought he was in there waiting because, again, this whole playstyle has been kill the Lee Sin. He isn't. And we know Rengar's bot lane because they just died. So I'm going to do a little bit of counter jungling just to try and get some XP. So again, this game has been rough for me. Again, it wasn't putting me off playing Lee Sin. Again, this was a Twitch VOD. So if you are a Twitch subscriber, you can go watch it. But the reason why I didn't upload it as a commentary, because I think I started to play music after a certain point. Like when you're 0-5, it's like, right, I think we can still win, but I'm just going to concentrate and not commentate anymore. And I put music on when I want to concentrate. Again, Talon coming for me yet again, literally every single time. A little bit annoying, but whatever. So yeah, that's why the farm is so low. I just can't farm this game. Either Rengar's with me, or mainly now Talon. So you guys know that when you're having this kind of rough game, what is the big thing you want to do? You really want to win. Winning would put the cherry on the cake of dude, you guys made my game a living hell. I really want to beat you. So again, bit of a spoiler, but keep watching. So anyway, the game as it stands, my Xayah, who obviously had a fantastic start, is doing still okay, but they didn't snowball bot lane at all. Mid lane is going okay. Again, the Akali, meanwhile, they get absolutely smashed on in mid lane. Again, weird positioning. The Akali, who hasn't roamed, is still managing to be quite strong, which is a good thing for us. And Darius, even though he's died in a couple 1v1s, he is actually holding his own still, which is fine. Mainly the people that are doing the worst is me and the Rakan. Again, me, you can clearly see why. I just can't farm. And the Rakan, I think he's just going for some odd engages. Again, gold-wise, the gold difference between me and Rengar right now is 2.3 thousand gold. That's a lot of gold. When the actual difference of teams is about 3,000 gold for the teams. Jax killing the crab. I was trying to steal it, but no chance. So I'm just trying to get XP anywhere I can, because again, we're XP starved, we're farm starved. Obviously, I don't have any kills, I've just got assists. It's just pretty rough. So let's speed it up a little bit, just until something happens. Roaming down to mid lane to go help the Akali. Nautilus did engage on her. Again, the enemy team have done a swap. Gonna go for the Nautilus kill, see if we can do anything. He flashes away. Then that Q randomly hit. I think the Akali and me were both surprised that hit. I'm now like, what the hell do I do? And I just decided to go for the kill, because I'm pretty sure I was going to die anyway. So I was like, oh, I get my first kill. Yay, I guess. Rengar going for a kill on the Rakan. He also does get that kill. So again, a lot of death is happening. The enemy team is starting to snowball a bit more. They've now got over a 4,000 gold lead. So it's not looking pretty hot. A 1-6 Lee Sin. Again, if it wasn't me and that was a Lee Sin on my team, I'd be like, oh god, we've got a 1-6 Lee Sin. I know I would. I'm going to be honest with myself. But you're just going to, again, the title of the video is going to probably be don't give up on Lee Sin. If you give up in a game of League, which we've all done. You know, no one here has never given up on a game of League. We've all done it for whatever reason. You're having a bad game, there's a troll on your team, there's a feeder, there's an AFK, whatever reason. If the game is still, I would deem, winnable, never give up. And the reason why, if you're wondering, okay, Huz, you're saying that, what is the reason that you didn't give up this game? The enemy team comp. When you look at the enemy team comp, what do you see? You mainly, and we said it a little bit earlier, you mainly are seeing one damage type. Not fully, because Kai'Sa still does some magic damage. Jax still does some magic damage. It's that, so that it's mainly one damage type, but it's also, meanwhile, an engage happening over here. They do kill the Xayah once again. You're also seeing one type of champion, more or less. You're seeing jump and have to be in melee range. Jax has to be in melee range. Rengar has to be in melee range. Talon has to be in melee range. They all have to be close to do anything. While, by the way, Rengar just found me and killed me again. If you either engage on them and you one-shot them, or you can keep them away, fairly easy. You know, it's not that difficult anyway. Anyway, Jack's overextending, Darius gets the kill. We need to help out with the Rift Herald. But yeah, if you're wondering what happened there, I was doing the farm. Rengar once again walks in the jungle with his ultimate and kills me. So again, it's literally I just can't farm this game. Either Talon or Rengar jumps on me and kills me. Kali coming over from the side, going to go for a 2v1 for now. She does get ignited. She is going to go for the kill. So far, surviving as much as she can. Xayah coming in, trying to maybe get the root. Kai'Sa going a little bit too deep, does get herself killed. Nautilus with Spider-Man is going to run away. Rengar is the bot lane, and I think, yeah, Rift Herald was already used. Going to go maybe for, I don't know, a play to rotate. Again, 3-level difference between me and Rengar, but again, it shouldn't be surprising with how this game has gone. So right now, by the way, I'll say, I've been involved in over half of my team's kills, surprisingly. I've got over 50% kill participation. So that isn't terrible. That's something. We have vision of Rengar here, so we know he's behind us. I do a little bit of counter jungling once again. Gonna go for the kill. Go for the landing, the Q. Throw the kick on the Rengar. Should be a free kill. He flashes over the wall, goes that way, and I think then he ults away. He slows the Xayah. Jack's now engaging. And by the way, he managed to survive. Fight continuing. This isn't looking for good for us. Kali goes down. Talon flashes away. Rengar ult now is up. Obviously, he's pretty low, so he'd have to be ballsy to come in. So again, that great like pick potential ends up with nothing. We literally don't get a kill. We're going to go for a re-engage. Going to go for the potential fight. A little bit questionable, maybe. Going to try and survive on Lee Sin. Pop the W for the shield. And I think we just decide to run away. So in that engage, which you thought would be a good engage, Nautilus goes for re-engage, potentially by himself a little bit too much. Going to go for the kill. Darius gets one. He does manage to get really nice true damage. Rakan still got ultimate. Goes on the Rengar. Really nice. Gets that second kill. Kai'Sa overextended. And boom, another kill for Xayah. So again, we managed to turn it eventually. But, you know, I thought that would be just a free kill on Rengar instantly. And it wasn't. He's really slippery. Again, if you're wondering what happens here. So I'm like, right, let's do wolves. I decide against it. If you're wondering why, what has been the history of this game? That we do something... I'm trying to farm, and then I get killed by Talon or Rengar. I legit just stopped doing wolves because, like, Talon's going to come and kill me. So I go do Wraiths instead, and wait for it. You can't make this stuff. Like, help! Help! Akali's a little bit too slow, and I get killed again. What can you do? Like, there's nothing I can do. Again, from memory, I think people on stream are like, you know, do you think you're getting ghosted? I don't know, like, it was just the enemy team knew where I was all the time in the jungle. And everywhere they knew where I was. Like, they just killed me every time. Like, I really don't know. But again, such a rough game on Lee Sin. But another thing that you've got to kind of, like, go in on sometimes is when you're not having the best of game, sometimes try and phase yourself out of that situation. What I mean by that, look at the score, it's 24-19. But... 2 people on our team have the vast majority of the deaths. I've died 8 times, which is ridiculous. So I'm nearly half, or I am half my team's deaths, basically. And then Rakan is also 6 deaths. So if you take me and Rakan out, or we play safer, the actual carries on our team are doing fine. Like, the carries are doing brilliant. So it's not like a crazy negative. Anyway, Talon, by the way, I miss another Q. By this point, you will say, I'm trying to keep positive, but your mind frame isn't going to be the most healthy. Like, I'm a little bit tilted, as you would probably imagine. Throw the Rengar away. That sets up the Darius. He gets 1 kill. Jax comes over. I just back away. Miss another Q. Going to go for the W, the Lee Sin W. Darius gets his 2nd kill. So, again, this game is about being smart now. It's not about carrying on Lee Sin. It's about being smart. You'll notice my item build is going to be full armor. It's also maxing W second. It's about utility. It's about kicking somebody. It's about shielding my team. It's not about carrying. And again, what a lot of Lee Sin's focus in on is the carrying aspect of the champion. That's fine when you're having a good game. When you're having a bad game, you ain't the carry anymore. You're a utility boy. Be that utility boy. We actually decided to do Baron here because obviously Rengar died. And I will say, the one crazy thing, I would say, with always my jungling throughout the years, I've always been confident with smiting. Always. I've never gone into a smite war when I was a jungle main. I was like, oh, I don't think I'm going to get this. I've always been confident about it. I get hooked, and I still get the Baron. I've always been confident with my hooks, with my smites. Fight actually happens, by the way. I just decided to flash out of it, because screw that. My team is going to hopefully clean, because Akali's full health, Darius is full health. Gonna go maybe for an assist, I don't need to. Jax is over here. So we get the Baron. If Kali can survive, she's basically waiting for her E, I think. So she'll E over the wall, or she should, any second. Throw the Q on the Jax, and there's the E to escape. So there you go. We get 2 people on Baron. We get the Baron, so that's pretty nice. So again, of such a rough game that I've had, I get a Baron. And have you guys noticed something? Look at my assists. I've got 15 assists this game so far. I've got 1 kill, 15 assists. I've been involved in 16 kills out of my team's 25. So again, sometimes you've got to find the positive in the negative. I'm 1-8. Yes, that's terrible, but I've been involved in a lot of my team's kills. It's not like I'm feeding and not being involved at all. I'm involved in a lot. So that is a positive. Again, sometimes you need to trick yourself that you're not doing as badly as you think while you're in game. Because if you're in game and you're like, God, I'm having a bad game, and you believe it, and you're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? You'll play worse, and you'll play worse, and you will lose your team the game. It just will happen. Annoyingly, Xayah's gone top lane for some reason. Gonna go for potentially a dragon play. Talon's coming for me. Surprise, surprise. I just kick him away because I'm like, screw you. I'm going for the dragon. I'm going away. Goodbye. I get into the dragon pit. Nice hook chain, whatever you want to call it, by Darius. Gonna continue doing a bit of damage on the Nautilus. Get a second kill. Kali fighting the Talon. She picks it up. Kai'Sa's still alive, and I secure the dragon, which is a nice mountain. Don't know what the hell the Kai'Sa was doing, and there we go. So again, that was without our Xayah, who was obviously, you know, pretty fed herself, and that was without their Jax, and we win a 44. So again, let's add it up a more. I've now been involved in 20 out of the 29 kills. That's a lot. That makes me happy. So again, KDA is important because it's an indication of like how well you're getting involved, but it doesn't always have to be kills. Obviously, on a champion like Lee Sin, sure, you want kills because you want to carry, but not every game is the dream story that you get your way. Sometimes it's the nightmare that you just got to get through. So the Darius himself, by the way, is getting fed. Why is he getting fed? If you actually notice, they're not really focusing him that much, and they're letting him get either an execute with his ultimate, which is giving him the true damage. Talon going for a kill here, by the way. He backs away when he saw 3 people together. Looking for the Rengar with my Q. Nearly hit that, by the way, I think. So I do think we'll get away, or a fight will happen, and we'll be fine. So we're just going to back away. I stopped my back because someone pinged it or something, but unfortunately... Wait for it. Darius actually goes back. And I'm like, oh my God, why did you go back? So Rakan decides to go on the aggressive. He gets a nice look up on the Kai'Sa. She nearly goes down. I missed my Q, obviously. We're now having a big fight. Whole enemy team. Darius, by the way, did teleport below us. Me and Darius going to go for the Jax. I'm just standing with the Darius to try and let him carry. He gets the execute. And that's what I mean. He gets the execute. And now the enemy team is completely on the back foot. There's nothing that they can do to this Darius. No one can take him on. I'm like, all right, Rengar, come here, buddy. And if you also notice something, everybody, look, I nearly hit that Q, he flashed away. Look at the XP between the junglers. I'm up on XP. Who would have thought that? The whole early game that I had of getting invaded all the time, getting denied farm, like, look, I'm half his farm nearly. I couldn't have an early game. I have overtaken his XP. This is my point of don't give up. Like, just don't. It's not... Sometimes, again, solo queue is messy. These people are pro players. They're not communicating well together. And if you're playing a champion... Again, if I was Rengar, this game would be different. If you have a terrible game on Rengar, it's harder to make a comeback. The reason why is Rengar is very much one way that he only can do something. He does go for a kill on me, but again, my thought process, if I die but he dies, worth it. He's more of a carry this game than I am, and he dies. Worth. That's fine with me. It would have been good if Akali roamed over, I could W to her, but again, it's worth it. But if I was playing Rengar this game and you're having a terrible game, yeah, it would be harder to make a comeback because Rengar has no utility, basically. These guys overstayed. No utility, more or less. Rakan just looking for a last-ditch taunt effort. Darius comes over. Again, Nautilus is trying to face check him for some reason. Kai'Sa gets down on the bottom, but there's the execute like we spoke about. They're just letting Darius get his execute every time, which then they can't fight him. But because I'm playing Lee, I've got my W. I can do my kick. I have way more utility than a Rengar would have. So again, that's another point. So I'm back, and if you again look at my item build, the full armor continues, and I actually decide to go for a stopwatch because again, if a Darius jumps on my face, I can now stopwatch it. Don't know why Jax decided to fight the Darius again. Usually a Jax would outscale, but look how fed the Darius is now. Like, sure, outscaling is a thing, but this isn't an outscale issue anymore. This is a Darius just is really fed. That was the most questionable play of the game, by the way. I have no idea why an AD carry, when you have Rengar mark on people nearby, why would she flash into their base? No idea. But again, she's been playing, you know, pretty good the whole game. So mistakes happen. And again, I can't really judge this game. Again, put it in perspective once more. We've been involved in 24 out of the 35 kills. So again, we've still got around, I'd say, what, a quick math. That's roughly a 70% kill participation. That's not bad. Again, you're looking for probably about 50% on average when you're playing, but 70%, I will take that happily. So I think, by the way, my next item I would be going for would be a GA. Because, again, I don't really want to die anymore. I don't really want 10 deaths. We are thinking that they might do Baron, but again, I said earlier, I'm pretty confident in Baron smites. So I wouldn't mind if they started the Baron, because I'm pretty confident I could steal it. The moment that they see Darius bot lane, it'll be interesting how the enemy team react. And the way that they're reacting, they engage. Looking what we can do here, Nautilus throws his ultimate, Akali coming over to the side. He does get the auto attack, Akali gets the Shroud. Nautilus seems to be way too far up. Doesn't get punished though with a teleport coming in. Talon, you know, very much aggressive. By the way, I kill Rengar by myself. That felt good. I'll actually show that. So again, this Rengar's been bullying me the entire game. So wait for it. He goes to the Rakan. I then go for him. So again, how the tables are turned. I can now solo the Rengar. Why can I solo the Rengar? Admittingly, I built against him. I have gone full armor. I'm now having the Jax over by me, by the way, but opens up the Darius yet again, and the Xayah is completely open. So again, them killing me, I don't care if you're killing me if we end up winning the fight. Like, that's the big thing. If I take out a Rengar that is trying to carry, and I've gone basically full tank Lee Sin, that is worth, like, 100%. Like, that Rengar might, in a weird way, be surprised. Like, wait, that Lee Sin killed me? What? It's great. Unfortunately, Kai'Sa does a really smart thing, by the way. Bad fight for them as she recovers with an Infernal Dragon. So that's really smart by her. Talon overstaying. Rakan does wake up, and he does get a nice knock-up. So greedy play by the Talon. But you can now, by the way, slowly see the enemy team is starting to fall apart. If you notice, like, at the top of the screen, everybody, look at the gold. Notice how we were, like, 4,000 gold down this game? Yeah, we're now 4,000 gold up. Again, don't give up. It's the title of the video. Gold-wise, between me and Rengar, 11.5. So we're still at a deficit to the Rengar, but the team isn't. Kai'Sa, I'll be interesting to see what the gold difference is at the end of the game. We'll check that. Gonna go for the Nautilus, decide against it because of the lack of vision in the general area, and we decide to do the Baron. Again, I'm confident of Barons, so let's just do the Baron. We do the Baron relatively quickly with Darius, Xayah, and Lee Sin. Akali's in the mix. There's the Darius and the Rengar ultimate. Rengar's over here, and what do you do when you know a Rengar ultimate's coming in? Don't kill the Baron. Why? Again, Darius is making a small mistake actually going for it right now, by the way. Rengar are trying his best to kill the Baron before it goes down. Jack's going to try, and he's too late. Kill the Baron yet again. So again, sometimes when it's in a champion like a Rengar, that they have to go all in to get that thing. Gonna go for the Jack to get the kill myself. Stop doing the Baron. Because if you wait until that Rengar, you know, runs out, he can't jump in anymore. Unfortunately, yet again, the Xayah was like, let's go kill the Talon. It's like, no, let's go get an inhibitor. Like, sometimes the way of this game was like all about kills, but it's like, no, we need objectives. You need objectives to win the game. So we do finally decide to push. We should continue basically all the way for the inhibitor. Because again, 3 strong AD champions with hitting towers. You see my dead birds just chunk the tower there. And for some reason, the Xayah walks away. There's no Jax, Rengar, Kai'Sa wouldn't be there in time. We definitely could have got that, but she backs away. Again, I don't blame her because it's safe, but we definitely could have got it. Like, definitely. Again, deciding to probably go back out. Gonna go for a base, and I think nothing bad will happen. Rengar ulting, by the way, because he's, like, desperate to try and kill somebody. Xayah did overstay, it has to be said, and now she is a little bit caught out. You can see Rengar is looking for Rakan of all people, but Rakan has out-leveled the Rengar. Xayah just kills the Talon by himself, then she's going to go for the Rengar because it's positioning, but they both end up dying, unfortunately. But yeah, what level am I? I'm level 15, Rengar's level 14, and he just hit level 14. Darius going to go for a play. I come over again. What did I say? Pop the W into the shield. Going to go for the Kai'Sa. He does live, by the way. I go kill the Rengar. Then me and Darius are on the Jax. We can kill this guy if we play it smart. But Darius decides against it because we actually want to go get that inhibitor. So there we go. Pretty nice combo between me and Darius. Again, I'm not taking full credit. He did most of the work. Fantastic play. This guy is carrying. But I will say, the weird thing with this game is that he played well. I'm not taking it away from the player. It's more the enemy team enabling him to carry, if you know what I mean. Like, they focused the Lee Sin hard. Sure, they're focusing our bot lane hard. You notice I'm not the most deaths anymore. The Rakan is. He's overtaken me. He's dying more. So you're focusing the support. You're focusing the Lee Sin. You're leaving a Darius alone. Like, yes, Darius isn't considered the most carry-orientated champion, but when you're letting him execute somebody and then have his true damage ultimate execute, what the hell are you doing? Like, that's the point. They're not focusing at all. No CC, nothing. So this game has gone into our favor because of it. So again, KDA count, Rengar has been involved in 19 kills this game. I have been involved in 32. Don't give up, folks. Don't give up. Kali by herself in top lane, a little bit questionable. Again, this Rengar is a little, I would say a little bit desperate play if I had to say anything. He's always now going for an ultimate. And again, the way you counter that, by the way, is you just group. If you don't let him, if you're not alone, if you're never alone, Rengar can never ult in, like, safely. He always has to risk ulting in. So that's really what we should have been doing the whole time. We should be careful right here because they've got vision of Darius in bot lane. He does have teleport, but still you don't want to be getting engaged on because you can die before his teleport can make it. And again, he's arguably the most fed person we have. Infernal Dragon is soon, so I'm kind of like, let's go do that. That's what I want. You know, they've got one Infernal Dragon, 2 mountains, and, you know, it wouldn't even up the dragons completely, but it would even them up quite a bit. It would make them to have 2 mountain dragons, 1 Infernal. We'll have 1 mountain dragon, 1 Infernal. Which, again, with the early game that we had, to make this recovery of dragons even is really good. So Rengar obviously doesn't want us to have the dragon. He is making his way over. Again, 2 level difference between me and Rengar now. Spot him out. Gonna go for the kill. Screw you, Rengar. You made my life a little bit of a hell in the early game. You're dead. Gonna go now for the Nautilus. My team just decides to go full out engage. What the hell am I? I'm in the middle on the Talon. Again, I've got GA, so I do not mind going aggressive anymore. Because that was the point of the GA purchase. Going to go for the Nautilus. He does get killed by the Darius ult, like I mentioned again. Notice how Darius is more than half health at the end of the fight. They're not focusing him at all. Xayah's full health at the end of the fight. They focus the Rakan again. The enemy team keep focusing a Rakan. And me. The only 2 people... Oh, Akali died, but I guess she had to go in the middle of the fight. Gonna go for the Jax, do a little bit of damage. I don't want to die anymore, because again, 10 deaths for me. I was like, I don't want to die more than 10 times. Gonna go maybe for another kill onto the Kai'Sa. We just get an assist, I think. Oh no, we don't even get an assist. Maybe we'll go for a Jax kill right at the end of the game. Again, he was desperate to kill me, and he does go down, and that will be the end of the game. So there we go, folks. You guys enjoyed this amazing comeback. This amazing, like, you got bullied in the early game, but you don't give up. You be useful. Smash the like on it. Again, if you want me to jungle a bit more, get back into it. Obviously, I'm a bit rusty. You know, again, like it, comment what champions. And again... Oh, no, the commentary ended. I want to see what the goal difference was. Okay, we're opening the replay again. Sorry, I didn't realize the replay would just close on me like that. We're opening the replay again just to see what the goal difference was at the end of the game, because I want to see if we overtook him or anything. Like, we might not have overtaken him. But, you know, there's a chance. It shouldn't take long for it to load, if I'm honest. But yeah, to me, this was a great example of, like... going against the grain of what people normally believe. Normally, people would be like, you know, oh, Lee Sin, you know, you have a bad early game, you're going to have a rough late game. You know, you can't do anything. But that isn't always the case. You can still be useful. Okay, so that's the Nexus has exploded. People have left the game. We was involved, by the way, in 36 kills out of 52. I looked it up. That is 69% win rate. Don't make those jokes. But yeah, 69% win rate. So we were involved in 36 kills versus Rengar's 19. And then gold-wise, 12.6, 12.8, baby. We overtook him. We overtook the Rengar in gold. There you go. So again, terrible game, getting focused, getting counter-jungled, getting invaded. Don't give up, baby. That's the title of the video. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, as I mentioned, like it, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.